on this Friday.
We're doing fantastic. I love to see that extra enthusiasm, Eric. What's up there, Go Pack Go?
Well, deadline football has to be one of the worst times of the year, I must say.
Eric, if you think this time is bad, just wait till it hits June. What's up there, Greg? Oh, now we do have a little bit of news, and let me stress the little bit part of it. That Andrew Dillard, the man who was on our team yesterday, or not yesterday, last year. Wow.
Yesterday.
Well, I mean, he was
yesterday.
He has gotten that the writing's on the wall after us drafting that tackle in the second round there, and he is following Robert Saleh over to the 49ers.
Is he now?
Yup.
Wow.
I mean, he was a decent depth piece, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not like a starter, like to me. Yeah, Dillard.
There you go. Go Pack Go's got my freaking back.
We know what you meant, though.
Yeah, we know you meant.
Yeah?
So, is Trent Williams still with them, or is he retiring?
No. As far as I know, the Silverback is going to be coming back for another year.
Okay.
I want to know what the hell supplements or whatever the hell this guy is taking. Because with his age and his fucking level of play, it's almost unheard of for an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
What was that, Dorn?
He just takes good care of himself, you know.
Apparently, because he's been arguably the number one tackle for almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
He's a beast. He's worth every fucking penny. It's like Penny Sewell. He's worth every money. You know, you have guys like that, man.
That's why I hope we get Zach Tom locked up way before even training camp starts.
Exactly.
I wanted to make sure that this guy is going to be on the team for years.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And I really don't want to move him into center. I'd much rather kick Jenkins into center. I like Tom way too much at right tackle.
Yeah. Jenkins will get the center job.
That's a big man at center now. That's a big boy.
Man, we're going to be able to run the ball pretty good with Banks. And you got, man. Yeah. Our offensive line, I'm not worried about whatsoever now. Going into the draft, yeah, I was kind of concerned. Walker, free agency next year, and there's a few other guys that can go. So now we got that covered,
Yeah, Rasheed Walker might be getting a lot of hate from some of the Packers fans because of last year, him giving up some sacks. But we can't forget the year before. He played the entire year and gave up 0.
Yeah.
And he was amazing.
Yeah, and he's a 7th-round pick. That was his second year in the league. Sounds like a sophomore slump to me. I'm expecting the guy to rebound.
Yeah. We got Monk, too, for, back up for the center and shit. See how he does. And everybody says, we trade Dobbs. He ain't going nowhere.
Apparently, the Steelers are inquiring about him.
They probably has.
Is that right?
Yeah, I just saw something about it. Shit. Probably somewhere around like 2-3 o'clock Easterns when I saw that post about it.
Yeah, they inquire about him, but doesn't mean they're going to say no.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get rid of him before the start of the season, but somewhere during the season trade deadline, if he hasn't rebounded back to his form before last year, it's a possibility.
If he goes next year, we get compensatory pick. So it's like They got to get.
Go Pack goes. Got a beautiful idea. Would you trade Dobbs for Watt?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Yes. Oh, yes. Of
I'll even
course.
give up a third even. I'll even give up a third even. With,
Yes, without a doubt. Mm-hmm.
Make it happen.
And supposedly, there's rumors that Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be going to the Steelers and all that. I don't believe that because everything I've heard, it's damn near a done deal. And especially if they're inquiring about Dobbs, we know how Rodgers likes his guys, and he targeted Dobbs quite a bit that year.
So what you're saying is Rodgers could still be with them.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
then you better watch the Jets and see if they trade Lazard to the fucking Steelers too.
If he goes to the Steelers, it's absolutely a foregone conclusion at that point.
And then call the old folks home and see if Cobb can come out and play.
Yeah, I'd take the ghost of Randall Cobb over Alan Lazard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shit, at least Cobb can catch. He might not be able to run anymore with his age, but he can catch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then or they can go after Cousins.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Falcons would say, yeah, take him out right now.
honestly, if I'm the Steelers, I'd try and run it with Mason Rudolph over Cousins.
Woo!
Yeah.
Where Cousins is in his career now and how bad he looked last year, unless he comes out in like the preseason or something and absolutely wows everybody.
If Steelers were actually smart, they would call the Packers up and say, tell you what, man, we'll give you a second-round pick for Clifford. We gotta have him. We gotta have him. We gotta have him.
I mean, Doran, if you can get the deal done, awesome. But I wouldn't give a fucking empty bag of chips that a mouse shit in for fucking Clifford.
Oh, man.
Hey, you gotta try it, man. You gotta try it.
Oh, hey, I'm all for it. Shit, and we know that Goody is a wheeler and dealer, especially for his first couple of years when he took over as GM.
You see the Florida's new little toy he's got now? I shouldn't say little toy. That quarterback that's from
Oh, the
Canada.
one from Canada. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toy.
Yeah, I seen that. I don't know how much I expect out of the kid.
He's got the size. He's got a good arm. He's mobile.
Come on. We got to have some sort of faith in him.
He plays Canadian football.
Yeah.
That's my only point. I don't need to make anything else. He plays Canadian football.
Yeah.
That's
He's
hilarious.
a huge
It's not
project.
the same rules. It's going to take a lot of adjustment. We
Yeah.
see a lot of guys try to come from Canada into the league, and most of them wash out. Granted, you do have some that did very well, but most of them washed out.
Yeah, but we got a quarterback whisperer.
And
though.
then how many times do you see when players can't make it in the NFL anymore, they go to Canada?
Yeah, but Florida's a quarterback whisperer, though. You know, everything touches. Every quarterback he touches pretty much turns to gold.
Oh, luckily we won't have to worry about getting rid of two to start the year because of Watson going to be on injured reserve, pup, whatever the fuck it happens to be.
It's full melt, and he's pretty much the last guys out, pretty much.
Bo Melton, I want to keep.
Well, you got a practice squad or something.
Heath, I wouldn't mind letting him walk.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He's a decent receiver and all, but he's not anything. He doesn't have a wow factor to him, where at least Bo has that speed.
Yeah.
What's up there, Matt?
How you feel about Wicks?
Wicks, he needs
Wicks,
a fucking.
Yeah, Wicks. This is his make it or break it year for me. He's an absolutely fucking outstanding route runner, but I don't know if he finger banged Medusa or something because he's got hands of stone.
Ooh.
If he can actually catch, I'd love to keep the guy on the team. But you got to show that you can hang on to that ball.
Well, what it is, he can catch the hard ones. He can't catch the easy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping the bucket and he drops it. Like what the fuck, dude? You know?
Which I
Yeah.
understand because I was always a lot better catching the football away from my body than it was right on top of me.
Yeah.
So maybe it's that he's got too gangly, or his arms are too gangly to be able to catch the ball that close.
Yeah.
But you'd think with all the different receivers we've had in Green Bay, having the floor there, somebody would have taught him instead of catching like this when it's right on top of you, catch like this.
Yeah. Another thing too, he ran like a few wrong routes. Like what the hell? You shouldn't be doing that. You know?
Oh yeah, so didn't Dobbs, which
Yeah.
really surprised me.
Yeah.
I think Love's going to take a major step this year with now having a legitimate receiver as his number one option. That'll hopefully step into that role. If not, I hope this becomes the Tucker Kraft show.
Oh yeah.
With that offensive line beefed up now, with Lloyd coming back, with the receivers we brought in, plus Herman, whatever his name is, that speed guy.
Oh, McCall Hardman.
Yeah. Plus we got him. There's so many weapons he can use before he can use on that offense. With Musgrave and Kraft, it's like there's a lot of weapons on that thing. Now it's just, can they have a better catch ratio this year? Let's drops, you know what I mean? Let's see what happens, you know. But I mean, look how this offense was actually pretty damn good last year with the drops. Imagine you just drop just a few last balls, what this offense can actually be. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
And most of those drops were third and fourth downs. Most of
Right. Exactly.
When they counted the most. You know?
Not only that, there were 11 touchdowns dropped.
Yeah, that too. Can't have it.
Nope.
You need to be coming there and then bitch slap all of them. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Oh man.
Every time you drop one, give me 1,000 push-ups. You ain't leaving off this field to give me 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I like the fact that LaFleur was starting to get in everybody's faces when they were doing stupid, dumb penalties or dropping the ball consistently. He was starting to get up there, especially what I loved in I think it was Quay or somebody else that he brought up to stand next to him because of some dumbass penalty. No, you can sit right here next to Daddy.
Yep.
Like he on
Bad
time
boy,
out.
and you're going to learn your lesson.
One thing about the floor I noticed, he was a lot more angrier in the sidelines. He was more into the game. It's like, oh my God.
Yep.
That Lions game, it's like I never seen him that outraged in a game. It's like,
and that's exactly what I wanted to see from him going into the year.
You know damn well it makes him sick to go fucking 1-5 in fucking the division. It makes him sick. I feel sorry for the other three teams in this fucking division this year. I swear to God, I think we're going 6-0. Yeah, that's how pissed off the floor is. I'm not gonna go 6-0. I'm just saying. But
yeah.
I'll be happy at 4-2. I'll be happy at 4-2. Yeah, even 3-3.
Yeah. Anything's better than fucking 1-5.
Exactly.
Hey, Dor. No, I like that. 6-0 is beautiful. I like the sound of that.
I mean, that's how LaFleur. He knows we got to turn this around. If you want to win a division, you got to beat the people in your division, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. These teams are coming up. Even the Bears coming up. I mean, the Lions, to me, they're kind of neutral. I'll tell you the truth. They might have bumped up just a little bit here and there, but I'm not worried about the Lions. I'm more worried about the Vikings than the Lions. Tell you the truth.
Oh, we've got a fucking Isaac.
What's up, some bitches? What's up, some bitches?
Isaac? Oh,
I was gonna
Friday.
say, Isaac, do you got a little bit of Italian in you? Your face is kind of shining a bit here.
Hey, No, I just met up with your cousin. That's what happened.
Man.
Hey, but I have a question for the panel here.
No.
Yeah.
So Lions logic, right?
Yep.
they keep saying Ben Johnson, right, is to blame for the
Yeah.
Commanders' loss. Keep saying that.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, they keep saying Dan Campbell draws the playbook. It's all Dan Campbell's plays. It's Dan Campbell's game plan. So how can you blame Ben Johnson when Dan Campbell's playbook is failing
You want to
Can't have
and
it
know?
his
both
game
ways.
plan is
Can't
failing?
have it both ways, man.
Yeah.
You want to know how you can?
Huh.
Because Ben Johnson's off the team. He's no longer the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
True. He
I was
he
gonna say,
loses
come on,
what holds
you
him
gotta
together.
think like some of these Detroit fans here.
You gotta remember, these Detroit Lion fans like to cherry pick everything to make their team or player look better than they really are.
And it's Goff's fault too, but they ain't ready to hear that.
No, it's the last ride. I'm saying they ain't paying him $69 million next year. It's the last ride, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be probably one of their,
Too many-
seasons where they overachieve again and
Mhm.
lose again.
They got a lot of big guys. They got a lot of big contracts coming up, and people they're already paying. So it's gonna get tight real soon here.
Yeah, but I'm just like, that's the question that's pondering in my head when they keep saying, "Oh yeah, Ben Johnson is just a protege of Dan Campbell, and Dan Campbell comes up with the playbook and all that." Well,
You know what Ben Johnson did? He took fucking his playbook and went, "Fuck this, man." He chopped that fucker up. He made his own, pretty much.
right?
That's what basically he did. I mean, that one trick play, actually, he learned it from fucking Love when Love actually tripped during the Bears game. He actually did
Mhm.
trip. And he made that. I mean, he just comes up with shit. You know what I mean? It's just. Ben
Or
Johnson.
the other side of me says, "Oh, Ben Johnson sabotaged the playbook." He's like, I'm out of here. I'm a bear now. Fuck you, bitches."
He sabotaged the playbooks and he called the plays that he knew Jared Goff was going to throw an interception on.
Yep.
And we'll just for fun. We'll have J-Mo throw one too, man. Watch this. You can't trust J-Mo, man.
That's when it should tell you how fucking bad that he thought Goff was doing in that game. Where he just says, "Fuck it, let J-Mo throw it."
J-Mo's gotta be better than him.
Hey,
Nope,
they're
guess
like, man, that was a tough loss, Ben. Ben, his office is empty.
Oh, wait, you mean the new Bears coach bear down and bend over for Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he been talking a lot. And
More he
I like
talks,
beating the floor.
know-
Ben.
the more he talks, man, to tell you the truth, he's trying to make the Bears into like generic Lions. You know what I mean? Pretty much,
Mhm.
like
It's at least so far. It seems he's making the same mistakes that the Bill Belichick disciples did,
Yep.
trying to be their former coach.
Yep. It's
Here's
gonna
what
play
it
him.
is.
What's
Here's
up,
what it
there, Go back, go.
Hey, how's it
Go back,
going?
go. Hey, here's
Oh,
what it
we're doing
is.
well.
You know all those trick plays that work during the season? They don't work
Yeah.
in the postseason
Mhm.
because all these teams study game tape. All the defensive intensity raises up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that shit doesn't work when it comes down to playoff time because playoff time you're more limited on what you do than opposed to the season where it's free reign. You can test whatever you want. You know what I mean? It'll be an interesting season though for the Packers.
Oh yeah.
Man,
I
say,
got us winning the division.
the more I watch Golden, the more I know this kid's gonna be good for us. I mean, I watched him, play the whole Texas season.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on, Isaac. Matt Henry's watching it, and he says Golden's definitely not a number one receiver because he watches college football. And since any of us didn't watch college football, that just makes any of our points invalid. So since we got a college football guy here with us, why don't you tell us how great Golden is?
Yeah, how about during Texas the playoff run? You do know that has Golden has over 400 yards of of receptions and all that, but yet he's going to be a bust. How is it got?
Yeah.
And playing in the college playoffs, you're playing ranked teams, right? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Teams that are supposed to be really good. So how's Golden trash when he's catching some of the, some of the 50-50 balls that are thrown to him? putting up numbers,
Uh-oh.
and he's
Nick's
going
a
to be
hater, so it doesn't
trash.
count what he says.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean,
Nick's totally opposite.
we could pick like in the best player in the whole draft, and all the
Yeah.
rest of the North. Oh, he's trash. He's going to the Packers. Oh, he's
Everybody want a pass rusher. Everybody want a pass rusher. You want that sexy pass rusher, man. You know.
Right.
So wait a minute. You're saying if we would have drafted Randy Moss this year, saying it would be his rookie year, he'd just be god awful trash, huh?
Yeah, he'd be trash right away. Oh, he's garbage.
Hey, I seen his all those college playoff games he played too, Matthew Gone, and I was impressed with him. I really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not have never said trash, but you said he's definitely not a number one receiver.
Well, you watch how the Texas run their offense, right? It's not all through Golden. I
Yeah.
mean, if you watch the Texas offense, you know they spread the ball. You know they run the ball.
Well, that's
You
just
know what I
like
mean?
our offense. I don't think we're going to have 1,000-yard receiver because we spread the ball around so much. You know what I mean? It's hard for these receivers to get 1,000 yards.
That's why now that we do have Golden, who should be our number one, I want to see him get like 40% of the targets just designated straight to him.
I'm not giving up on Watson. I think he can be our number one.
Neither
If he
am
can stay
I.
on the field. He's a dangerous. He's a weapon.
Yeah.
There's night and day when he's off the field, man. There's night and day.
I'd give him a 1 year super cheap contract at the end of this year. Hey, if you can stay healthy, we'll sign you to a multi-year deal.
Yep. Same with Dobbs too. You know, fucking if he does good, he's got ball out. If he doesn't, well, guess what? You're out of here.
And Matt, my comments are. Oh yeah, go ahead, Ken. My bad.
No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, Matt, my comments earlier are not just because of you. I mean, I know you're intelligent, fan in our comments. My comment goes to all those other people that are saying, "Oh, he's trash just because Green Bay got him." Oh, like shut up, dude. And
I think another thing you have to look at is who's a better quarterback, right? Quinn Ewers or Jordan Love,
Yeah.
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
You have to look at other ways of viewing it, because I think oftentimes Packers, they love to draft their wide receivers when they have this really bad quarterback, you know?
That's a
I don't
good
think
point.
I don't think Dobbs had the best quarterback, or
That's a good point. Ewers is straight up trash in that playoffs, and my buddy's a big Texas fan. He wanted Ewers benched to put in Manning because that's how bad thinking Ewers was.
and it made sense to go for the fast receiver, because without Watson, you don't have that guy to take the top off the defense that allows so many other players to get open.
Right.
You know?
That's a really good point on the quarterback thing, because Ewers got all this hype and all that, but he's really a suspect quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've heard a lot of up and down things about him. Granted, I haven't watched him, but from what I'm hearing from the outside sources is that he's very up and down with some of his play.
Texas should have ran away and won the national championship, but they had Ewers as quarterback. That's all I got to say.
Well, did Bonds get hurt too, or something like that? Wasn't Bonds hurt?
Yeah.
I believe so.
He's still out there. We should go grab him.
But as far as those two wide receivers to decide on whether to keep or to cut, you probably do want to keep the fast guy, just in case something happens to Golden. You know, who's going to take the top off the defense if you lose Golden?
That's my point of wanting to keep Bo Melton around, because, hey, at least we know that this guy has a wow factor at one of the parts of the skill position.
Bo Jackson Melton, baby.
You mean Rob's favorite wide receiver? See,
Yeah.
now Rob knew that this was going to be a Bo Melton love fest tonight. That's why he's not on tonight.
Bo knows this. Bo knows that.
Hey, don't forget about the 3-time Super Bowl champ now, Harmon.
Oh,
I totally forgot about him.
yeah, I think at absolute best he's going to be the kick returner for us.
Yeah.
I think they'll get him out there on some plays, man. I'll tell you. You'll have like about 4 or 5 plays probably a game, probably.
And Isaiah Simmons was a sneaky move by us for the special teams as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he can make some good
Right.
plays for us.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And he provides us good depth at linebacker too. And we heard Goody talking during the offseason here that he wanted to add more linebackers. Well, he sure did.
I like that Hobbs signing too. To tell you the truth, I think that he's gonna fit right in our defense, man.
So don't I. Especially at least from last year with us playing a lot of cover 3. He's fucking phenomenal in cover 3.
Alexander.
Hmm.
Now, I'm not
we
saying he's
actually
back.
have a lot-
I'm not saying he's back because he never went nowhere. I'm just saying
And we actually have a
Alexander.
linebackers coach.
Yeah.
We actually have one now. Not
Yeah,
the
we
bottom of the barrel.
We actually have a defensive coordinator.
Yeah. But that defensive line coach we picked up, one thing I like about him, he actually had experience in a defensive coordinator. So if Happy ever maybe does go like next year, does get a coaching job or something, because he almost had one this year. It's kind of like a backup insurance, you know what I mean? For LaFleur to have his own experience, around the defense. So
Well,
I'm excited by him.
I'm just going to put this out there now. Halfley's not allowed to leave until we win a Super Bowl.
I will staple his ass to the fucking
Well, you can work like that, but you can't, man.
to his desk. You ain't going nowhere.
Man, can you imagine how horrifying that's got to be? You're sitting there, it's Jeff Halfley. You look down under your desk and you just see Isaac sitting there.
With a staple gun.
Barry's coming back. Shit.
Right?
Oh my!
Yeah, hey,
Are you
that's
trying to
another
make
thing.
me have an aneurysm, Doran? Shit, I don't want Gary back as the groundskeeper.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Gary has no more excuses. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Van Ness has tiny bit of leeway, even though, I want to see Van Ness do some good things for us. But Gary has to fucking put up numbers this season. There's no reason not to.
For Van Ness, it's pretty sad, man. When undrafted free agent and Brendan Cox Jr. comes up and steals fucking reps from you, and he's been producing every time he gets a chance. He produces. He needs to get on that board more, man. That's why I'm thinking. That's why I think when Goody says we're kind of good at pass rusher, that's why we brought that new coach in, and he believes in this in our group. So I'm thinking we have to believe in it too, man. We've seen it. We've seen flashes of it. Van Ness has the fucking flashes to it. We know these guys are capable. They just got to do it consistently, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've had Michael Weiss on the show a bunch of times, and he told us Gary's training with the best trainer in the fucking on this whole fucking continent. There's no reason why Gary shouldn't be producing numbers. You know what I mean? He's
a damn good against the rush. He's damn good against pressures. He just can't get the home runs. But he affects the game. But every time he steps on the field, he's
always a minute behind.
Yeah, but he's still affecting that. He's still affecting the play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is.
But he's got to get home more. He's got to get that little extra oomph. You know what I mean?
Well, some say he has to use his power more than his speed.
Yeah.
To get more pressure. Yeah.
But,
and Gary too is like, I mean, he plays both. He plays the run pretty well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he goes after goes after the QB.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the fucking, defensive switch may have but at the same time, it should free him up more because, he has more of a leverage on where he's at with the rest of the defense.
See, these new guys you brought in, I think Wooden is actually, he's got to be looking over his shoulders, man. Because the other two guys we just picked up in the later rounds, those guys actually showed a lot of good problem. We got to steal on those guys, man.
Yeah, and I need a better year from Kenny too.
Yeah,
I mean, we're paying Kenny all this money. He's our captain of our defense. You know what I mean?
If he puts up the same numbers this year as he did last year, I wouldn't be against moving on from him.
Yeah,
well, I think this is last year pretty much if he doesn't produce. I think with Slayton gone now, he's going to move more back in the nose where he's more comfortable. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year, I think. Especially with Wyatt now is getting more playing time. It's good. Yeah. I don't know. I like it, man.
Covington, our new D-line coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think another thing, too, is like a lot of our players, went through their sophomore slumps. You know what I mean? I mean, this is a year they ready to produce because they know their contracts are coming up. You know what I mean? They want to make themselves, basically known. NFL understands this is a business side now. You know what I mean? These players understand there's a business side to everything.
And
So this
let's
is the
not for-
time to put up numbers.
and let's not forget we were 8th in sacks last year, so we weren't horrible last year. We're actually pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and remember for a minute we were leading in all takeaways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so I mean Halfley brought back, taking the ball away. So
Yeah, this defense is. I mean, another year under its belt, man. I can't wait.
I hope we have a plan to keep Jair, dude. I love Jair, man.
He's staying. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
It makes sense for both sides, to tell you the truth, right now. It makes because this way he can bring up his capital back up. If he has a good year and stuff, you know what I mean. Maybe we'll extend him. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Other than week 1, Jair and McKinney, that duo was deadly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They weren't really throwing his side.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we can get back that version of Jair, we're gonna have a really good season.
Well, you gotta figure he had that rest, so he should be fucking coming in pretty fresh, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm kind of glad. I mean, looking at our schedule, I'm kind of glad we're playing these playoff teams at home. Instead of away.
And then you think about it in this offseason, was he still doing in Green Bay, working out and all this stuff? I mean, if he wasn't, he never asked for to be traded, nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, he's in there, he's balling out, working out. So it's like, to me, I think it's overhyped. I think these fucking media guys are fucking clickbaits, man. Basically, what it is. I mean, there's probably where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, there's probably a little going on, but everybody's blowing it up. That's what I mean.
I do admit though, like this is probably one of the last year of Jair proving it, like he could stay on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
else he's gonna get Bakhtiari'd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. This is how I looked at Bakhtiari's last season too. You have to stay healthy now, or otherwise it's been hate. You played absolutely great for us, but time to go.
See what they do? I think they're going to restructure his contract and make it so he can actually get back to where he was, if not more, and have it. Okay, we still owe for this year and next year, the following season. So they can say, "I'll tell you what, we'll do that, and then we'll cut you up after this year. You're a free agent." You know what I mean?
I've seen like some. I don't know how true it is, because it comes from different Packers media. Packer media sites. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They said that he didn't want to restructure his deal.
See, that's the complete opposite of what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I'm hearing from a bunch of different sources that they're working on the restructure now.
Exactly. That's what's holding up right now is the restructuring right now.
I hope. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I think this is like a pretty much a proven thing for him, and I think it's an easy up for him to go get free agency after this year, and it gives him time to prove that our teams, hey, I'm good, and it proves to the Packers, hey, come on, sign me, man. I am what I am. You know what I mean?
Like
I think so. Yeah, and it'll save him money for this year. Yeah, it'll save him money for this year. And
Right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these players need to be on board this year. I mean, this is going to be a tough year, really tough year. We're facing a lot of playoff teams.
Yeah.
Our schedule is brutal. You know what I mean? Like, even though we're playing a lot of these games, playoff teams at home, they're still brutal teams that we have to play and beat. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a really tough year for the whole North, honestly.
But one thing about it, what I'm going to say right now is, right now, going into the offseason, we're the most complete team out there. See, like the Lions, they have all these coaches. They got rid of some players. They blah blah blah. They didn't really bring way too much in yet. I mean, we still got that off season yet. They'll probably bring Z back probably, but then you got the Bears. They got whole new coaching and all that. And then you got the Vikings, brand new fresh quarterback. Young. So that's gonna go. See, we should be going up, starting out running, but you know how it is. Sometimes you stumble rough beginning, and then you gradually get better.
Yeah.
But for the other teams, they're going to probably stumble. At least a few of them are going to stumble. Lions.
That's basically been the Packers' MO the last few years: is stumble in the beginning and then pick it up at the second half of the season. You know what I mean? Go on a run.
Lions didn't lose no players, their main roster, but the coaches is what mainly is going to be questioned. Their calling and their defensive calling and shit like that. That's what we got to find out and see if
One thing. Go ahead.
Another thing to keep in mind, the Packers don't have to worry about the kicking position. You know,
Yeah.
you got McManus right
Yep.
here, right from the start of this
Yep.
season, and you had some other guy who couldn't do it last season.
And we brought back Weldon too.
Yeah.
And we brought back Weldon too. You know what I mean? So, which is really good for us. Brought back
Yep.
our 2 kickers.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it really, if Van Ness can figure it out, but also at the same time, you have competition in that position with Sorrell and Brenton Cox Jr. So that might
Yeah.
allow those guys to really step up their game for that pass rush.
Ingabare, he was coming off that leg injury. I think now a full season being behind that, hopefully he starts stepping it up back to the way he was. Because I like
If I were Halfley, I'll just tell the players that your position's not locked in. You have to
No.
fight for it. You know what I mean? And that'll bring the best out of our team. You know what I mean? It'll create competition on our team who wants to take that starting role. I mean, other than the main vets like Kenny, you know what I mean? That's Kenny's role. You know what I mean? You're not going to take his spot. You know what I mean? But the other players on this team, since we have such a young team, you know what I mean? Thinking your position is compromised if you don't compete. During this training camp and all these different practices and show what you're worth. That way, when you start you in the game, you produce. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it almost seemed like Van Ness did a lot better when he was a rotational guy. Because as a starter, he almost seemed like he had no gas tank.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. The fatigue level. I mean, Gary started off like that, where he got fatigued easily, and he fixed all that. You know what I mean? So Van Ness needs to do the same thing.
Exactly.
But they also switched their defensive coordinator from last year and the year before that. So maybe that kind of had an effect on Van Ness's development.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he completely changed in schemes. He went from an outside linebacker to a defensive end. So
Yeah.
No,
Well, I like the
excuses.
4-3 for us, though. We needed the 4-3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the results we got from it, but personally, I like the 3-4 a little better.
The only thing I think about it, we're stopping the run about better now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I said I like the results.
But Slayton's gone now. Now we'll see how that really turns out.
Yeah, that's somebody I really wanted to bring back.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny needs somebody like next to him to produce. You know what I mean?
There's Wyatt and Brooks. He's got to step it up.
Wyatt's good, but he seems way more like a pass rush defensive tackle than he is a run stopper.
Yeah, he's inconsistent to me. Like, I mean, there's some games where, like, damn, Wyatt, that's what's up. That's why we picked you. And there's some games where he's just a non-factor.
He started out injured, and then towards the end of the season, he started getting better.
Yeah. But look how good Kenny was when Reed was on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Reed was next to him, Kenny was producing all day because Kenny wasn't getting double teamed and shot blocked every single play. Yeah.
Hey, what about that defensive tackle in the 6th round? We got Brinson. We could see him in a rotation too.
Albert?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that one's a little bit more of a long shot just because of where he was picked. But it's not like there's no hope.
They got Stackhouse too in that same spot.
Then we got Mosby too. Like Mosby, we signed back Mosby.
Yeah,
we signed back, several players to make impact plays. We gave Isaiah McDuffie a really good contract, so he should be able to be making plays for us.
We gave him a good contract, but I don't expect Isaiah McDuffie to make too many splash plays.
I hope. I hope it's motivation.
I was gonna say I hope too, but I don't know if he has the physical gifts to be making the splash plays. Like, he's got a lot between the ears, and you relatively don't see him out of position. But he just doesn't have the athleticism, at least from what I see.
Man, I just can't wait to watch Cooper play again, dude. Cooper is such a fucking beast, dude.
And I like how you segue from a guy that don't have too much athleticism to a guy that's damn near fucking the Flash out there.
Oh my
You guys-
god, dude!
I want to see what Lloyd does. I want to.
Oh, Lloyd's gonna be nice. Change
Mhm.
the pace back. Watch.
Yep.
Marshawn
I can't
Lloyd,
wait for him to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
he's been streaming on Twitch. He plays video games quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know if that's good for the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
but it might be good for his reaction. Like, oh man, this is going on.
Yeah.
Reaction time,
Yeah.
sometimes that's why they do that. For
Mhm.
reaction time.
Yeah. Nah, but I mean, I'm a USC fan, so I love what I watched out of Marshawn Lloyd playing for us, and fucking, he's gonna bring that.
Okay, well, thank you, Pat Go Daily.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna bring that speed to us in different, like, you know what I mean. He does a lot of good things. First of all, he can run, you know what I mean, lateral and fucking vertical. You know what I mean. It just he
Yeah.
knows how to switch speeds, so that's a good thing for us, especially when you have Jacobs, a workhorse that comes in, rushes downhill, and takes fucking players with him. You know what I mean?
And he's a
Yeah.
receiver too. He can pretty much throw it anywhere on the field. I mean, deep balls, whatever. He can catch them all. It's like
Yeah.
I was impressed with that. It's like holy shit.
Oh yeah, he can catch. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one thing that when you come to Green Bay, you got to learn how to do is catch the
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Jones set the precedence for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you come into the Green Bay room, like no matter if you're a new RB or whatever, they just show you highlights of Aaron Jones. Be like, I want you to be that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like our room, man. Wilson and Brooks, and it's like,
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Brooks. Brooks, you know, he brings chunk yards. So I like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Someone said, "Oh, we should bring Chubbs in." It's like, why? Why would we do that?
No.
We got some young, good, that needs more reps. You know.
Yeah, I seen this little thing about us bringing in Dobbins. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I like the year that Dobbins had for the Chargers, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I don't want Dobbins on the fucking team.
No, I like Lloyd and Jacobs.
Yeah,
And
I like our
Bro-
young. Yeah.
Sprinkle Wilson and
Mhm. I honestly want to see Musgrave have a good season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Musgrave, I mean, if you watch Oregon State, again, Musgrave runs some pretty good routes. I
yeah, he
mean,
does.
yeah, he needs to stop fucking falling down, tripping over his own feet. But I mean,
Draft leagues. Fucking
There
draft
we
leagues.
go. I was waiting for it, Dorn.
Right.
Draft leagues.
not get hit by a taser as soon as he fucking gets the ball. But like,
Yep.
but dude, if you watch his routes, he runs clean, crisp routes.
Yep. Yeah, Hutchins, I think he's running a 4.29, I think, right now. And man, he's breaking ankles too. Yeah. He's ready to go.
I think, Dorn, what you meant to say was a 4.92.
4.9.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe it was that.
As
I'm
much
sorry.
as much as it is a rivalry, I want to see Hutch back, man. Hutch is he's
Yeah.
a really nice player to watch. He's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
I think honestly, if he comes back the way he was, he'll be the best defensive player in the NFC North, hands down. You know.
Yeah. He's,
Unfortunately, I might have to agree with you, but damn it, I'm still
No.
I hope that Gary's going to be the one to take that.
I hope so.
I want to see Gary get double
I
digit
hope
sacks.
so, but each year my hope's starting to go down more and more.
Right. It's plateauing. Nah, this is the year Gary needs to prove it and do things. You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, man.
No, 5.5. Wow.
now, is that straight or Kurt when he's running?
Well, the only reason that is because of his leg kicking to the side. It's great in wind drag.
Yeah. It's that limp. Every third step is kind of like a little limp. Well, they're saying is actually when he broke his leg is actually smaller than he's got to get that leg muscles back up again. Yet.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you, because I crushed my thumb over the summer where the tip of it completely separated from the rest of it. Like you could move it independently of the rest of the thumb.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, just from sitting there and not being able to use it, the strength in my forearm massively decreased from that. So I'm not surprised he's got some work to do there.
No, he'll
Put
go
on
back
Pornhub
100%.
What did you say there, Isaac? I didn't hear you.
Put on Pornhub. Get the streak back.
Yeah.
So Mitch,
Isaac, can you let me borrow some of that stockpile of lotion you got?
so Mitch is saying
on your way,
that,
on the way, buddy.
So Mitch is saying that Hutchinson's injury prone. Yeah, let's get away about that now.
Nah, he's gonna come back and have a good year. You know what I mean, Hutch is too good of a player to be. You know what I mean,
You assume that's what it's going to be, and I honestly give it like an 80% chance that he comes back to normal just because of how clean the break was. But
Yeah.
we have seen it before. A dude breaks his leg and he's just never the same again,
Well,
even with it being a clean break.
Well, see, what he has to do is quit doing a drop hip fucking, takedowns, drop hip fucking, That's why he
I
broke
think.
his leg.
Yeah, I think the way medicine is, and you know what I mean, the way fucking surgeries are, you know what I mean, they can make players basically back to normal now. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that benefits him.
There should have been a flag on him. He broke his leg. He should have been a flag on him doing that hip drop.
Well, they figure he got penalized enough with the broken leg.
But still, I mean,
true
he got penalized. He's get away for everything, man. I tell you.
We'll let this one go. He's on the cart. Come on.
All right.
Oh man.
Wait. If he's on the cart, does that mean that's a perfect opportunity for Quay to go after him?
Oh, no.
He'll just push his trainer to the floor. The guy driving the cart.
Man.
I like my players to be super aggressive and to be a little crazy. That one step just outside of where I want them.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kraft?
No,
No,
not
we're talking
Kraft.
about Quay.
Yeah,
Oh.
Quay. Kraft is the perfect amount of fucking crazy for me. That mentality that fucking Kraft has is exactly what I want from every one of my players.
Yeah, it's funny. The fan base tried to make fun.
quarterback. The quarterback.
Yeah,
I want the quarterback to be a little cocky. Everybody else, I want to be a straight fucking murderer.
Oh boy.
And then other fan bases were making fun of, like, we didn't pick up Quay's fifth-year option. I mean, we plan to extend him anyways, but
Yeah.
I honestly don't care if Quay gets let go.
No.
It's
Yeah, I do.
no hamper
See,
to
I do.
us. You know what I mean?
I do. I think he's going to make an excellent tandem with Edgerrin Cooper there. And if you look at the numbers, our pass defense goes way up when Quay's on the field.
See, what's happening is, they're waiting for Alexander's thing to get done, so because they're going to be shaving out some, we'll have more extra money to play with. Then they're going to deal with Quay, and they're going to deal with Tom. So.
Oh, we got a bet in the comments. Wait, what's the bet? I see Broski and Mitch are getting into it over there.
Shit, I do really like Quay and all, but I want to get Zach Tom locked up before we do Quay's.
Yeah. Zach Tom's a must.
I think Broski and Motown are going to have a bet. The Bears will have more wins than the Lions.
Oh God!
I don't know if we go quite that far there, Doran.
I don't know. If they have balls, he'll do it. If they have balls, he'll do it. I mean,
yeah, I didn't catch the bet. What's the bet?
About Hutch returning back to normal.
Okay. Hutch bet. I can see it. Like I said, you know what I mean? Modern medicine now. You know what I mean? Got players looking fucking good.
That was a tough injury.
Yeah, what it was. It was his own player too. Like it wasn't the opposite player. It was his own player that fucking his leg bent over. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That was gruesome to watch.
Yeah. I just hope Boston get back sooner than fucking later.
You hope who?
Watson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
By week 6.
They're saying he's doing great on rehab right now.
Mm-hmm.
Put on that, was that 4 weeks, first 4 weeks? Put him on that right away?
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm hearing, it's, at least the last I heard, they're expecting him to be around week 6.
Yeah. Yeah, they said week 6 to week 9 is his, like, kind of window of when he comes back.
Man, him, Golden, Reed. Woohoo! Gonna be fun.
Speed.
Musgrave.
Bring on the speed.
So do you guys think that if they had not use Christian Watson in the final game of last season, that possibly maybe the Packers could have gone further in the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
I think so.
Yeah, we would have at least had Watson for the Eagles game, and us losing all the receivers that we did in the Eagles game would not have hurt as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, why is Christian Watson playing this final game that means nothing at that moment in time, you know?
Because our defense held them at 22 points, and we only scored 10. It was like, man, this offense.
It wasn't a must-win game, and we lost our best wide receiver.
Matt Henry going after people.
Oh boy.
Jesus. Oh man, the North is back, baby.
Yeah, black and blue divisions.
Black and blue
North
division,
is
baby.
back.
And shit, it's almost a throwback since we all have great running backs still.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's gonna
we
be
all
an
have
interesting
good
season.
running backs. I don't know if I'd put Swift into the great category.
No.
Swift, I'd say, is very damn good.
Mhm.
But that's as far as I'm willing to go with him.
Ask Broski about Swift.
He's above average. Just above average.
He makes some like good splash plays. Like he can make some good big plays, but then Swift is like he's inconsistent. I actually like their backup, Roschon Johnson. Yeah.
So don't I, and there's a lot of Bear fans that do, but there's also a lot of Bear fans willing to move on from him.
Maybe not giving enough play time to showcase what he can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Roschon's rookie year there, I thought he was the best running back on the team. I was sitting there wondering, why the hell are you not playing him more?
Yeah, he was a baller in college too.
But hey, the Bears are going to do Bear things.
That's why they always say bear down, because they're always down in the basement.
Yeah.
They are embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
A couple years ago, depending on the brand of chewing tobacco, I might have taken that bet. Shit, I used to chew like a
Put away
freaking-
your spittoon.
That's that Hail Mary.
You don't want a quick sip off the mud jug?
After that Hail Mary, Commanders fucking went straight forward towards the playoffs. Fucking Bears went downhill. That ruined them, man. That
Absolutely broke their spirit.
Yep.
Yeah, that play elevated the Commanders.
Yeah. That was a turning point for them.
Man. Oh, the Hail Mary losers.
It's almost bad as a double doink.
Oh man.
Double doinker.
Well, it's kind of double doink. Guy hit it, and then the other guy caught it, so it's kind of like doink doink.
The guy that hit it, Stevenson, was also the guy to the fans telling them, "Oh, you're going home." Oh, wait a minute, it was me that was going home. Fuck.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No discipline there.
Well, the Bears ought to cut his ass that day.
I don't know if I would have cut him, but I definitely would have benched him for a couple of weeks.
Did he trip JMO too that one time? He tripped JMO or something?
He might have. Because I know there was something else that was going on with him, but I do not remember what.
I remember him tripping his player.
Stevenson gets burned all the time, dude. Like the Bears can just cut ties with him.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mo and Broski going in war in the comments.
Were they gonna bet on who can put a water pump on faster?
All right. No, that's it. We're combining this show with the MMA Aniacs there, and we're putting them both in the cage, and we're going to find out who's got the better skills.
Can I be the ref? Can I be the ref?
Yeah, Dorn, you can be the ref.
Fighting out of this corner.
Well, it sounds like Isaac's going to be the announcer.
Yeah. Eric
I can do a
running
little
around the
Bruce
ring with
Buffer.
a toot toot.
All right, well, fuck it. I guess I'll take the Joe Rogan role and I'll call the fight.
Eric's running around the ring with a toot toot with the sign.
Eric's the ring girl. Yes.
Oh boy.
Wearing his Giants uniform.
Man, I think that's worse than having to wear a bikini.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Shit, I wouldn't want to be caught dead in a New York Giants uniform.
No.
But speaking of the Giants, they are going to have one nasty defensive line.
Oh my God, that defensive line is gonna be scary, man.
Yeah, but
They just need
the
a new
more
coach.
the more you say that, the more I believe. You know that?
yeah, but once we get TJ Watt, we're gonna have the best. So
Turn down
you
for
know,
what?
You know, George, I really like that idea, and I'm hoping, begging, and praying. I just don't think that it's too likely of a possibility.
so you see, you got a better
Never
chance
say
getting Preston
never.
back, huh?
Would you say, Doran?
We have better luck getting Preston back, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's still a free agent too.
Yep.
Preston.
Yeah. We can get the Smith brothers back.
I'll take Preston. Z can go fuck himself somewhere.
Bring back Rasul.
He's massively talented. I will give him that. He's a great pass rusher, but he's a shitty teammate.
Bring back Rasul.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be against bringing Sewell
What up,
back.
Chiefs?
Yeah.
Although I want to, Goot wants to go young, so
Yep.
I doubt he goes there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Shut up, broski. Back to Mitch.
Well, Cal Williams was a bad pick too, and he turned out to be a bust.
Your negativity should go towards Mitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what diverted your target from him to us?
Right? Oh man.
Well, I
Yeah.
definitely can't wait for this season coming.